This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Whirlpool gas dryer that is not starting. In some models this will be a case where it won't heat. This one's not starting, so we have to unplug it first. And we're going to be replacing the thermal fuse that's on the back. So I have to take off a total of 5 screws off the back. These are 1/4-inch screws that hold on the back panel, and there's 2 on each side and 1 on the top, and then this panel can come right off. So we made sure it was unplugged, and usually the thermal fuse will pop and either cut power to the whole mechanism so it doesn't start, or just the heating part. And it's pretty easy to fix. It only cost about $10 to $15 for the thermal fuse. So we took the back off, and then this little thing down here, this white piece, is the thermal fuse. I'm going to take one of the wires off, and I'm going to set my continuity tester just to test it to see if current can pass through these 2 terminals. So I heard it beep, and I should hear it beep when I touch these 2 terminals, but nothing. That means the fuse is popped. So we're going to take that fuse out. There's just one little screw holding it in. Usually it's 1/4-inch screw, and this time this one's a Phillips head screw. So we pull that one out. We're going to lift the fuse up to get it out. So once you undo the screw, just make it go up to your left 45 degrees. It'll come right out. Here's the part number for the new one for the thermal fuse. There we go. And you can get one of these from Amazon. They'll send it to you through the mail. So I'm going to put the little bottom piece in first, and then there's one screw in the upper left-hand corner that holds it in. Again, this model, it's a Phillips head screw. And now your dryer will work. The only problem is you have to figure out, I'm just going to do a continuity test on the new one, make sure. Yeah, so we can hear it beep, so we know current goes through there. That'll fix the problem. We'll put these little wires back on, and we have to figure out why this thermal fuse got so hot that it overheated. Probably there's something caught in this ducting, so I'm going to remove these 4 screws here at the bottom of the ducting. There's 2 at the top too. These I think are 3/8 or 7/16 screws that we're removing. And then at the top, I'm going to take the filter out, and I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove 2 Phillips head screws, just to loosen the upper part of the ducting. On some models, you can remove the whole ducting. This one, it's kind of hard to get this out unless you do a lot more disassembly. So I'm just going to loosen it up, and I'll be able to move the bottom part of the duct out toward me, and then I can see if there's any junk caught in there. So here at the bottom, I've got these screws out, so I'm going to lift up on the ducting, pull it toward me, and I'm going to reach in and see if I feel anything here at the bottom. And there's a big chunk of lint that's built up over the years. So it was not letting the heat get out. It was getting too hot, and it tripped the thermal fuse. There's a big big clog in there. So now it's going to dry a lot better too. Sometimes there's also a big clog in the vent tube that brings the hot air and moisture out from the dryer out of your house. So you can check that too. But in this case, it was caught here in the ducting. So I'm just going to put all these screws back in, these 2 Phillips head screws here at the top first, and put it all back together, and we'll have a functioning dryer again for a pretty cheap part. So the thermal fuse blows so that it won't heat up to a point where there's a fire. So it's a pretty good safety device. It's called a non-resettable one, though. You can't reset it. You have to purchase a new one to fix it. And if you don't figure out where the clog is, it'll burn through another fuse pretty fast. So this repair works, but make sure you figure out where in the vent system the clog was. This time it was in the ducting, but a lot of times it's in the vent tube, or it's at the very end of the vent tube where it leaves your house, there's a clog. So just putting these screws back in. We got the two at the top. We got all the ones in the perimeter, and we'll put the back panel back on. So this is a Series 70 Whirlpool dryer, but the Series 70, 80, and 90, and a lot of the Whirlpool dryers have this common little thermal fuse. On a gas dryer, if it doesn't start or if the igniter won't light, then it's the thermal fuse. Very rarely will it be a component called the thermostat. Before I did the dryer repair, I did confirm that there was power at the outlet, that I was getting voltage at the outlet, because sometimes the breaker is just tripped and you can reset the breaker and then you're okay, but there was power at the outlet, so I knew that it was a problem inside the dryer. So I'm putting the dryer duct vent hose back on, and after I connected it, I went outside and turned on the dryer and tested the volume, and there was really good airflow, so I know that the vent tube's okay. So we got it plugged in, we'll test it out. So there we go, started right up, sounds great. So we got a happy dryer that works again, and thanks so much for watching our video. Please subscribe when you get a chance. Thank you.